Unstable. Internet unstable कुछ है? चल करो। बोल तो नहीं ना। बोल तो नहीं, चल
Everybody
करो।
can hear me? Om Shanti.
Hello.
Hello. Kevin. Kevin Jackson.
Yes, my name is Kashi.
Kashi. Okay. Welcome to the pranayam class.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Yeah. So let's start the session with a little prayer. Okay. Keep your back neck straight. Come into the sitting posture. Any comfortable posture, you can go. Choose your favorite comfortable asana. Gently close your eyes. Bring the awareness towards your posture, chin parallel to the ground, shoulder relaxed, palm resting on the knee. Be comfortable. Now, bring your awareness towards the natural breath, how the breath going in and coming out. Observe attentively. Now, take a deep, prolonged, slow inhalation, deep, prolonged, slow exhalation. Now, prepare yourself for the 3-time chanting along with Shanti. Take a deep, prolonged, slow inhalation for the Om.
Recording in progress.
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Join your both palm. Wrap your palm. Place on your eyes. Feel the warmness. Very slowly while blinking, looking at your palm, gently open up your eyes with a great smile. Om Shanti. So, now today, the pranayam, in previous class, we discussed about the Bhastrika pranayam, Mandagati we practiced. Now today, we're going to learn the new technique that is Sheet Li pranayam. Sheet Li pranayam. Just so Sheetli, Shintalli, Sheetli. I'll write it down. Sheetli pranayam. Now, Sheetli pranayam, the name itself, explaining the meaning. Sheetli, Sheetal, cold, which give you coolness. Till Bhastrika pranayam, Kapalbhati, we talked about how once get, if somebody want to increase the heat in their body, they can practice the Kapalbhati or Bhastrika pranayam. But the Sheetli pranayam is opposite. If you want to cool down your system, you have to work on your cooling down your system. You have to practice the Sheetli pranayam. Sheetal, the meaning comes from the Sheetal word that means cold, calm, relaxation, which bring you peace. And this Sheetli pranayam work on the parasympathetic system. The autonomic nervous system divided into the two parts, parasympathetic and sympathetic system. The heat where the body, any pranayam which increase the heat of the body that work on your activity, body heat are maintained by practicing the Bhastrika or Kapalbhati that work on your sympathetic system, parasympathetic cooling system of your body. Here, you working on how to cool down your mind also. So those who are having anger issue, right? Anger, have you seen the people who they lose very quickly the temperament? Burning, they always burning, right? Inside, they always burning. They have hypertension, hyperacidity, everything is so hyper. Everything is so hyper, right? So to pacify that heat in their body, anger. If they practice the Shitali pranayam, it's gonna cool down them. It's like you're pouring the cold water on them. I thought एक moment के लिए like wow, this will cool about it. So if somebody get angry, just pour the water on them. Huh? Try it. Maybe they cool down immediately. So you can apply that trick, or either you can introduce them the Shitli Pranayam. So they're gonna cool themselves down by practicing the Shitli Pranayam. Shitli Pranayam have another benefit. It's a very beautiful practice. Asian yogis, when they are doing the meditation under the caves for longer period of time, they wouldn't get it for the drinking the water. In under the cave, when they are very above the mountains, there is no water, there is no much water is available for them, and they don't even leave their meditation when they are keep on doing regularly. So they practice the Shitali Pranayam, especially the Hatha yogis. They practice the Shitali Pranayam, which pacify their thirst. So if you are so much thirsty or you're trapped in the desert, right? Some sand or there is no water available. Sit and practice the Shitali Pranayam. So your body get the much, you pacify your thirst. Another, many girls, they are, very much worried about their skin, the glow they want, the fair skin they want. This very lovely, the cosmetic market is going on, which promoting fair and lovely skin you get by applying the fair lovely. And you invest so much money in the parlor to going for facial and so many things. Instead of that, just give yourself 15 to 30 minutes the Shitli Pranayam. The glow, it's come within you. Skin gonna glow. These cheeks and everything, and your skin would be little bit, it's not like you become completely fair, but it would be more clear. The people who are having, especially the teenager, those who are having acne issue, not clear skin they are having, lots of patches they are having, skin related problems. So Shitli Pranayam is the ideal pranayam for improving your skin's texture. तो कॉस्मेटिक का भी खर्चा बच गया, सब कुछ योग दे रहा है आपको ना. Everything you will get here. Yoga is providing everything, the beauty, health, everything. You don't required to go here, there, and buy many products. You just implement these things, practice it, and you get the healthy body with the perfect glow on your face. Even that facial doesn't give you that much glow. Come within your skin, inside your skin. And then what we want, these things we want, right? We don't want moksha. That is another thing. We'll think about someday. But right now we want these things. So you can do this practice, and by doing it, you're gonna see that your mind is so calm, your body is so charming, so beautiful, and you're glowing, and everybody's praising you. We want these things. We're looking for these things, and you did so much hard work to get these things. Now 30 minutes, if you practice only 30 minutes, not much. I'm not asking so like practice whole day or something. Yes, for moksha, yes, you require lots of hard work, but to get these things, you don't require much time. You don't require much, longer period of time practice the pranayam. Just 15 to 20 minutes daily, you are practicing one kind of pranayam, or see the transformation. Small things you will get very easily by practicing these pranayam. So this is a very wonderful science. You are thirsty, do the pranayam. You are hungry, do the pranayam. You want glowing skin, do the pranayam. Everything is, you're saving every aspect. You become you're not putting the, increasing the burden on the mother nature. you are not consuming so much food, less food you're consuming, so much energy you will get. Imagine how you make everything so happy around you. Mother Nature would be so happy. You know, a baby who is very perfectly healthy. Yes, when your baby is so healthy, eat very less, cry very, bilkul bhi nahi rota bachcha jo. Don't cry at all. You are very happy with that kind of baby, no? Every time that baby is laughing. So that, baby, you also required. So the Mother Nature, so the God required that at least we do these things to ourselves. We become happy to ourselves. Then everything around you become happy. You're gonna channelize all the energy. Just bring the change inside you. If you change within yourself, bring the change within yourself, everything. Believe me, I've seen it. When I change myself, everything around me is completely changed. So try to approach these things. There's other benefit of the Shitli Pranayam, spiritual benefit. You get more relaxation, more calm mind. You can increase your memory. You can sharpen your memory, strengthening your mind capability. And these Shitli Pranayam make you more strong in making, give you the decision making ability, where your mind is completely clear what is right, what is wrong for you. You can see clarity in your day-to-day activity. So that is the Shitli Pranayam. Now precaution, yes, there is a precaution. I talked about it, pranayam come with the precaution. So there is a precaution. There's one precaution, that if there is a low blood pressure patient, those who are having low blood pressure, they cannot practice. And those who are having fluctuation of the blood pressure, they cannot practice. Okay. And during the winter time, one shouldn't be practicing. Those who are having constipation, they cannot practice even. But yes, it's very good in ulcer kind of thing. मुंह में छाले हो जाते हैं ना, the balls in your mouth, there's in your throat. These kind of thing, if you are having an ulcer in your stomach, ulcer in your small intestine, if you have, the Shitli Pranayam gonna work for you. Pregnant women, yes, they can do, but with lots of precaution under the guidance of the yoga teacher. Okay, the yoga teacher, the professional. Okay, she can practice, but make sure if you have the pregnant women in your class, so try to avoid it. Don't make her to do, because you have to go through all the health history of her, what kind of problem she's having. And then you're going to introduce the Shitli Pranayam. Otherwise, you cannot introduce. So for that, you require so many knowledge, so many things, understanding of those area, right? So try to avoid it in that time, Shitli Pranayam. But yes, during the winter, you shouldn't be practicing, because it brings the coldness to your body, and cold is outside, so nahi chahiye. But during the summer is the ideal time. Summertime is the ideal time for practicing the Shitli Pranayam. Okay. So during the summer, best is practice the Shitli Pranayam. So these are the few precaution of practicing the Shitli Pranayam. Sitting posture, any sitting posture you can choose, but the best posture you can either practice in the Siddhasana or Siddhi Yoni Asana, or the Padmasana. These two postures you can practice the Shitli Pranayam. Now, one more thing you have to understand, when there is a pollution, because you have to inhale through the mouth. Okay, this is the one practice where you inhale through the mouth. not through, exhale through the nostril, inhalation happen through your mouth. So when you are living in the cities and there is a lots of air pollution, in that condition, you shouldn't be practicing. And you cannot allow to introduce this pranayama. Even when you have, remember I talked about it, the creating the perfect environment for the pranayama. If you are doing in the studio, right? In studio, when there is a lots of people, lots of students are sitting in a one small room. In that time, there is a proper ventilation and there is the oxygen level should be maintained by planting the indoors plants. Very much important, right? Those things is very much important for the Shitli pranayam because you inhale from the mouth. And many bacteria you can inhale when you because there is no sila, right? You don't have here filtration in your mouth. Filtration you are having in your nose. So that's why many dust particles you can inhale, many bacteria you can inhale when you inhale through your mouth. So very much important when you are introducing, make sure there's a less students in your classroom and there's a proper ventilation and there's a distance should be maintained ideally. So they shouldn't be share the bacteria and other things. And the air should be clean. These things you have to consider before introducing, otherwise side effects come along with it. Now, how you gonna practice the technique of the Shitli pranayam? So in Shitli, basically you have to use your tongue. So tongue should be like this. You have to use your tongue and slightly roll it, like, and you have to inhale through when you're making like this. So tongue would be resting on your lower lip, and then you have to suck the air through this tunnel, the small tunnel which you're making through your tongue. So you have to inhale like, exhaling through the nostril. Again, so I'm inhaling through the tunnel of the tongue. After inhalation, I'm resting my tongue, closing my mouth. Once after 1 second, I release the air from my nostril, exhalation. I use my hand to feel the air, initial level, but you can rest your uh, palm on the knee. Okay, that's how you're gonna practice the Shitli pranayam. Make sure you have to inhale, air should be touching, passing through your tongue. That's how you pacify. Have you seen the dog, have you seen the dogs? Whenever they're thirsty, they take out their tongue out and they inhale through the mouth. So they inhale through the mouth. So they're pacifying what they're doing. They're pacifying their thirst. So this pranayam is basically, influenced, inspired by the dogs, Many Hatha yogis, they learn from the animals, they observe very greatly and they learn these things, how these like deep, slow, long breathing, they learn from the tortoise, the turtle, and they observe that how by doing these things, you can increase your lifespan. Same way they observe the dog and so on, that how by when they're breathing through the tongue, when they inhaling, when air is touching their tongue, they are pacifying their thirst. So these Shitli Pranayam is basically learn these technique, learn from the dogs, Asian yogi, and they invented this technique. And many posture also, asana posture, most of the asana posture coming from the animals posture. So thanks to the mother nature and thanks to those yogis, those who have the great observation and they invented these techniques. So let's start practicing. Any doubt till here? You understand the technique, what you gonna do? Good. Yeah, Jagrati.
लो बीपी एकदम माइल्ड हो बॉर्डर पे तो कर सकते हैं ना?
हाँ, तब कर लेंगे, पर कब करना है? कपालभाति के बाद। फिर उससे पहले कपालभाति भस्त्रिका करवाएंगे, फिर उसको बैलेंस करने के लिए कर लेंगे, ठीक है? और या तो फिर उसके बाद फिर कपालभाति करवाएंगे जिससे हीट मेंटेन हो जाए, ठीक है? तो सीक्वेंस बनाएंगे। जब आप ऐसी प्रैक्टिस इंट्रोड्यूस करा रहे हैं और बॉर्डर लाइन पे है, तो before introducing the this Shitli pranayam, first they have to practice the Kapalbhati or Bhastrika, or both you can introduce. Then after that, after finishing this Shitli pranayam, then again they have to practice the Bhastrika or Kapalbhati. So their blood pressure should be maintained by practicing it. Okay, so drop nahi hoga. Chale. So come into the sitting posture, keeping your back neck straight, relax, follow my instruction. Choose the Ardha Padmasana or Padmasana or any sitting posture, whatever you feel comfortable. Correct the alignment of your posture, chin parallel to the ground, palm resting on the knee, keeping your back, neck straight, aligned perfectly, shoulder relaxed. Set the intention. I'm not gonna move my body. Whenever you are practicing the pranayam, stillness is very much important. Maintaining the stillness of your body. But if it feels more discomfort, then you are allowed to change your posture, allowed little movement, but try to maintain the stillness. Now bring your awareness towards the natural breath, how the breath going in and coming out. This practice should be done with your own pace, with your comfortable zone. Now, take a deep, prolonged, slow inhalation and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now inhale. And exhale finally. Now roll your tongue, rest your tongue on your lower lip and suck the air through your mouth. Keep sucking. Air goes into your lungs, slightly belly pop out, diaphragm move, and very slowly rest your tongue, relax your face, and very slowly exhale through your nostril. Very slowly take your own time for exhalation. Exhalation should be deeper, slower, long. Again, inhale, roll your tongue, rest on your lower lip. Suck the air through the tunnel of your tongue. Deep, slow inhalation through your tongue. Lungs expanded, ribcage expanded, diaphragm move slightly. And relax your tongue. Exhale very slowly through your nostril. Keep practicing with your own pace. Keep practicing with awareness, with consciousness. Anytime you get tired, you can come back to the abdominal breathing or the chest breathing. More you do, more you get the benefit. So keep practicing. Allow your mind to connect with the each and every single inhalation, each and every single exhalation. Do not lost yourself in the thoughts. Completely focused, completely attentive towards the Shitli Pranayam. With awareness you are practicing, you will get tremendous benefit. Keep practicing. Very slowly. Take your own time to complete your practice. Take your own time to complete your practice. Come back to your natural breath. Now, take a deep, prolonged, slow inhalation. Deep, prolonged, slow exhalation. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale for the Om. 3-time movement along with Shanti. Take a deep, prolonged breath for inhalation for the Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Feel the vibration and sensation. Now join your both palms. Rub your palm. Place on your eyes. Feel the warmness. Really slowly while blinking. Looking at your palm. Gently open up your eyes with a great smile. Om Shanti. Any difficulty, any problem related to the technique? all of you understand. So keep practicing. Tomorrow we're gonna learn the Shitkari Pranayam. And more you do the practice, more you're gonna learn. Tomorrow we also gonna discuss about the other precaution, another benefit. Yes, Ankar, you want to ask anything?
Yeah, so I just have one query there are lots of techniques, right? Pranayama. So like on a particular day, I'm doing like hatha yoga or other things, and so how do I mix things with this? Like because currently I do the general things, but not specific things. So how what is the
Okay.
sequence to be followed, or because there are lots of things, right? So.
Mhm. The sequence, if you follow the Patanjali Yoga Sutra
No,
mentioned
no, that
already, the
sequence
sequence.
is
Hmm.
like I
No,
understood,
I'm
but
coming to. Ah, ruk jao.
yeah, sorry,
Let
sorry.
me complete. Yeah.
Yeah,
That is a sequence, one of the sequence you can follow. Another sequence in Hatha Yoga, in Hatha Yoga Pradipika and many other Hatha Yogis texts talked about it, that first Shatkarma has to done. There is a science behind of it. One has to
hmm.
practice the Shatkarma first. So your nasal would be open, your body is prepared, your channel gonna open. So that's very much important for practicing the asana and practicing the pranayama, right? So
Hmm.
one has to do the first Shatkarma. It said that 48 days at least one has to practice the Shatkarma. Afterward, you don't require it because if you control your balance, you are eating healthy diet and everything you are doing correctly. So you don't require to practice the Shatkarma whole life. You have to just practice 48 days if you have any imbalance of the three dosha. Then after that, Ashtanga asana you have to follow. The Hatha Yoga asana, that is a asana, any asana, you can make the Hatha flow, you can practice the Vinyasa flow, or even the Ashtanga Vinyasa, you can practice it. After that, your body is very much open and active. Okay. Then you have to sit for the pranayam, because pranayam becoming the bridge for the pratyahar. It take you in the pratyahar, no matter what kind of, in modern world, whatever asana you are practicing, whatever asana is practicing, at the end you have to sit, you have to learn how to sit, and which make you sit comfortably and control your breath to expansion of your breath. You have to learn the technique, work on your breath. So pranayam after the asana you have to practice, and before asana also you can practice. So immediately after practicing the Shatkarma, pranayam you can do, and then you can go for the asana, or you can practice the Shatkarma, practice the asana, and end your session with the pranayam. Or if you do the meditation, pranayam, after that you can sit for your meditation. That sequence you can do both way. Pranayam even between the asana is depend in the therapy class, is basically is related to the therapy class, how the a person is feeling about it. Accordingly we modify the practice, we make the sequence accordingly,
Uh,
individually. Yeah.
my
Okay.
specific question was regarding like how this pranayama sequence can be adapted in weekly basis. Like suppose I'm doing hatha yoga, right? One hatha yoga I'm
Okay,
doing
okay, okay.
daily. So like suppose one day if I wake up and I thought like I need to do, I wanted to do Shitli. The second day I thought I know Bastika. So that's what I'm asking. Like it
uh,
can it depends on mood. Of course, we can take consideration of weather that currently is rainy, so I can do. But other parameters will be also there, right?
right. It said that all the pranayam, if you have enough time, 10 minutes, you can denote it to each and every pranayam whatever I'm teaching you. Or you can choose the two pranayam, like for example, nadi shodhan is very much important. Nadi shodhan, you have to open your 72,000 and more than that nadis you have to open up. So if you open up that thing, you required 1 month, 1 month to 2 months, at least you get the perfection in that. After that, you can don't practice the Nadi Shodhan, you can do other pranayam, you can introduce it. But yes, some people feel like they get bored with it easily, that today I'm practice the Nadi Shodhan for 1 month, I cannot do that thing. Ideal is what? Ideal is what? That you have to get the mastery over the one thing, then move to the next one. And I'm teaching you sequence wise. This is the sequence of the pranayam, how you're going to introduce it, right? But
Hmm.
even depend on your moods, you don't want to feel like today I'm not feeling to practice the Nadi Shodhan. Okay, my mind is a little bit cranky, so let's go for the other kind of pranayam. I can do the Shitli pranayam. My mind is cranky, so I'll keep myself more calm and relaxed. So you can do the Shitli pranayam. There is no harm. You can mix match it, but sequence which I'm telling you, that this is the ideal sequence, but you can come up with your own sequence also. You can, yes, weather factor is very much important. According to the weather, you have to also make the sequence. Okay,
Hmm.
according to the personal condition, your condition, your mind condition, your physical body condition, again you have to practice. Okay, that's also considered. But what is the accurate sequence which day to day I'm introducing you? After that, tomorrow we're gonna learn another thing. So that is a sequence wise we are going on. Clear, Ankar?
Well, yeah, on one more thing on this, like it also depends on does it also depend on the uh, like your schedule or something like that, or your the hatha yoga practices that you're doing? If you're doing hatha yoga, suppose currently I'm not doing that much heavy, then again I introduce ashtanga vinyasa with hatha yoga, and my schedule
Mm.
becomes very strong. So does this practice is also to be taken consider all these factors, or it's like okay to just do? I just wanted to know more about pranaya, because like it's we have to take a precautions, right? So that's why I'm just asking that. Like,
Half of the class you missed, Ankar. I talked about daily so many things about the pranayam. You missed many classes, but go for the previous video. That's come up with the clarity. How you gonna practice the pranayam? When you have to introduce it? Even the first, second class, I introduced that in to create the environment of the pranayam. And yes, if you do not understand even that, okay, go with the small version. Okay, go with the slow version, like safe practice. Even those pre-practice of the pranayam make you more keep your body and mind so ready for the pranayam also. But I'm teaching you the technique in order to at least you learn, you get the idea about it. But I think right now you are not ready for the pranayam right now. Right now you shouldn't be practicing the pranayam at all, because you cannot do that thing. If you're doing with the ashtanga vinyasa, you have to properly do, right? You have to take the time. Your body should be capable of holding the breath. You have to inhale deeply, exhale slowly. Our tongue should not be tired. But right now we don't, because it's like a schedule, right? We have the course schedule, but this practice required many years to come with the Shitli pranayam, no? It's required many years. But that's I'm saying right now it's become difficult. But understand this thing. First, go with the, if you are learning for yourself, I'm daily telling you, start with the pre-practice of the pranayam. Get the mastery over it. Then pranayam naturally come to you. It's automatic. It's come with the ease. You even don't think about it. I have to take the extra time. You gonna just practice the pranayam. आसन अपने आप छूट जाएगा तुम्हारा. आसन करने का मन ही नहीं करेगा. फिर एक आसन लगेगा तुम्हारा ऑन कार. सिर्फ एक आसन चाहिए होगा. और उसमें तुम जब तुम सिद्धि प्राप्त कर लोगे आसन में, मैंने बोला था 2.5 मिनट्स का सिद्धि होता है. 248 ऐसे कुछ 230 and 48 के बीच का
your voice
ड्यूरेशन
is
होता है.
breaking actually.
2.5 घंटे. तो धीरे इवेंचुअली इसके लेवल का फिजिकल. हेलो, अभी ठीक है?
हाँ, अभी ठीक है.
हेलो,
जी, मैं break.
हाँ हाँ, so what gonna happen if you practicing the pranayam, you really want to learn the pranayam, you have to prepare your mind, prepare your body first. This practice cannot come, you face the problem. Yes, you're gonna face the problem. There's a side effect along with it come because your body is not ready. So keep practicing that thing and follow this thing. Ashtanga Vinyas, no matter whatever asana you are practicing, doesn't bother about it. But at least 30 minutes daily give yourself for breathing. And then when your body is ready, mind is ready, slowly, gradually come to the pranayam also. Okay?
Okay, sure. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Welcome. So Om Shanti dear, bye-bye, take care. Meet you at meditation class.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, dear.
Okay.